Welcome to English Podcast USA. Hi, I'm Marco, and I'm back with a new episode. I'm here to help you speak English more easily and with confidence. Today I am talking about why do children learn English faster than adults? Great, let's start. People often say children are like sponges. They soak up languages quickly. But why? What makes their brains work differently? And most importantly, can adults learn like children? Good news! Yes, you can. How children learn English. Many people believe that learning a language means studying grammar books, memorizing vocabulary lists, and practicing verb tenses. That's how most adults learn, right? However, children don't sit down with grammar books. They don't worry about rules. They listen, repeat, and play with the language. They speak without fear, and somehow, they learn faster. So, what's their secret? Let's break it down. They learn naturally. Children learn languages the same way they learn to walk or eat with no pressure. They listen to words all the time, repeat them, and figure things out as they go. Think about how babies learn their first words. They don't study pronunciation guides or grammar charts. They just hear words and copy them. They don't worry about mistakes as adults think too much. We say, what if I make a mistake? Or what if people laugh at me? But kids, they just talk. They make mistakes all the time, and they don't care. If they say something wrong, they try again. And that's how they learn so fast. So here's a little challenge for you. Next time you speak English, don't be afraid of mistakes. Just talk like a child. They use simple words. Children don't start with long, complicated sentences. They use simple words first. Dog, want cookie, go park, step by step. Their sentences get longer and better. They don't try to speak perfectly from the beginning. That's a great tip for adults. Use short, simple sentences first. Don't try to sound like a professor. Sound like a child. Then, as you improve, add more words. They learn with a method you might think children learn randomly. But they don't. They follow a natural method. First, they listen a lot. Then, they start saying simple words later. They build full sentences. They don't force it. They absorb the language first and speak when they're ready. They listen every day. Think about this. Babies hear their first language all day, every day. They are surrounded by it. That's why they learn so fast. It's not just talent, it's constant exposure. If you want to learn English faster, you need to surround yourself with English. Listen to podcasts, watch movies, play games, and make English part of your daily life. They have fun. Here's another big reason kids learn fast. They enjoy it. They learn with songs, stories, cartoons, and games. They don't think, oof, I have to study today. They just play and their brains absorb the language effortlessly. So, if learning English feels boring or difficult, change your approach. Make it fun. Find things you enjoy in English. Start small. Listen to more English every day. Speak without fear. Keep it simple. And most importantly, enjoy the process. Now, let's practice. Emma wants to learn English. She studies grammar books and memorizes long word lists. But after many months, she still can't speak fluently. Who wants to learn English? Emma. Emma wants to learn English. Does Emma speak fluently? No. She studies a lot, but she can't speak fluently. Emma feels frustrated. One day, she meets her friend, Lucas. Lucas speaks perfect English. Who does Emma meet? Lucas? She meets her friend Lucas. Does Lucas speak English well? Yes, he speaks perfect English. Does Emma feel happy? No, she doesn't feel happy. She feels frustrated. Emma asks Lucas, "How did you learn English so fast?" Lucas smiles and says, "I learned like a child." What does Emma ask Lucas? She asks, "How did you learn English so fast?" What does Lucas say? He says, "I learned like a child." Emma is confused. Like a child? What do you mean? Lucas explains. He listened to English everyday podcasts, music, and movies. He spoke without fear. He didn't care about mistakes. He used simple sentences first, then longer ones. He had fun. He learned with games and stories. Does Lucas study grammar books? No, he listens, speaks, and has fun. Does Lucas worry about mistakes? No, he speaks without fear. Does Lucas listen to English every day? Yes, Lucas listens to English every day. Emma decides to change her method. She stops studying grammar rules all day. Instead, she listens to English podcasts every morning. She watches funny cartoons. She speaks English without fear. Does Emma change her method? Yes, she changes her method. She stops studying grammar rules all day. Does she listen to podcasts every night? No, she listens to podcasts every morning. Does she speak English with fear? No, she speaks English without fear of making mistakes. After some months, Emma's English improves. She speaks more fluently and feels confident. Does Emma's English improve? Yes, after some months, she speaks better. Does she feel confident? Yes, she speaks fluently and feels confident. One day, Emma meets a new friend. Her friend says, "Wow, your English is great. How did you learn?" Emma smiles and says, "I learned like a child." Children are remarkable for their ability to quickly and easily learn massive amounts of new information. A new study shows that the key behind this ability to rapidly process ABCs and 123s is spelled GABA. GABA is the abbreviation for the neurotransmitter gamma-aminobutyric acid. In the study published in the journal Current Biology, researchers explain GABA's crucial role in helping children process new information and prepare their brains to learn and store even more. What we found is a rapid increase in GABA in children associated with learning, said lead study author Takeo Watanabe, a professor of cognitive and linguistic sciences at Brown University. It's a revelatory finding, Watanabe said, and surprising as well. Up until now, there has been no clear neuroscientific evidence to explain why children learn more efficiently than adults. What has been known for at least a century is that the adult brain needs a cooling-off period after learning new information. Shortly after learning something new, the neural network involved as adults process information is still flexible or hot, Watanabe said. If the same or similar neural network is needed to learn something else too soon, the information that was just recently processed can be destroyed, effectively overridden. This well-known phenomenon is called retrograde interference. He explained, the neurotransmitter GABA plays an important role in helping the brain consolidate new info, Watanabe said. It stabilizes the network so that subsequent learning doesn't override what was already there and defends knowledge against retrograde interference. Yet, this kind of GABA inhibitory processing is not fully matured in children, he said. Kids have lower levels of GABA. It's why they have less inhibitory abilities and weaker impulse control than adults. So if GABA is necessary to set the brain up to learn consecutive items, and children have less GABA than adults, then how are children able to, as Watanabe puts it, learn and learn and learn and learn? In previous studies, the concentration of GABA in children had been measured only at one point in time in a context unrelated to learning. To understand mechanisms of learning, the scientists realized they needed to examine how the concentration of GABA changes in association with different stages of learning. For the study, the researchers, including Watanabe and Sebastian Frank, who was a postdoctoral researcher in Watanabe's lab and is now leading an independent research group at the University of Regensburg in Germany, took a different approach using an advanced imaging technique called functional MRS. They measured the concentration of GABA in early visual cortical areas before, during, and after learning sessions. They then compared the concentrations between children ages 8 to 11 and adults ages 18 to 35. They found that before learning begins, the overall amount of GABA in children is indeed smaller than adults, Watanabe said. However, the researchers found that children exhibited a rapid boost in GABA concentration in the second round of learning. While the concentration of GABA in adults did not change, consecutive learning sessions seemed to increase the concentration of GABA in children, allowing the learning that had just occurred to be rapidly stabilized, Frank said. In subsequent behavioral experiments, the researchers found that resilience to retrograde interference and therefore stabilization indeed occurred within minutes after the sessions ended for children. Adults, on the other hand, remained in what the researchers called a more fragile state of learning for at least 1 hour after the session. The results of the experiments suggest that compared with adults, children exhibit more dynamic GABA-associated inhibitory processing, which more rapidly adapts to stabilize learning than in adults. The researchers concluded this rapid stabilization of learning in children enables them to learn more items within a given period of time and makes learning more efficient in children than adults. Frank said, while the experiments focused on visual learning, Watanabe said that the findings could be generalized to other types of learning involving memory. What's also exciting, he said, is that the findings about children's learning could be used to help adults learn more efficiently. For example, a new technology or therapy could be developed to increase the amount of GABA in the brains of adults, Watanabe said. That is one possible application.